Hi. Hello. I'm doing a VOD review. I'm pretty low energy in this video because I just woke up. Sub. If you don't, bad things will happen. Hey, I don't make the rules. Bad things are gonna happen if you don't sub. If I don't see a lot of subs here, bad things are happening. 50 likes on this video, do another VOD review. If you don't have 50 likes, bad things will also happen. I don't know what those bad things are. They're just bad. So like and sub. Alright, we're getting into the video now. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Vexian here. Today I'm going to be doing a VOD review. This is kind of a test video. One of my viewers sent me in a video. He said, hey, do you know, could you review this? Normally I'd say no, but, you know, I'm expanding my content out. So I decided, hey, you know, I'll watch it. I'll give it a try. He recently switched over from console. You know, he's been on PC for 2 months. You know, he's gold 2, so it's not bad. And I said, hey, just, you know, watch the video. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I can improve on. So I'm making this video. And if you guys, you know, like these VOD reviews, I don't know, 50 likes, and I'll do another one. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to skip here because I think he's just looking for a game. Up into there. Okay, so first big no-no, uninstall these programs, right? So these programs, you'll look at it, right? So here's him, and you see your teammates, right? So when you look at your enemies, like if I'm Spring here, and I know this is my KD, my win rate, I'm already like just not happy because, you know, these guys have higher KDs. So that's one thing I disable because it can put you in a bad headspace. So just simply disable these. So that's starting off. That's what I would do personally. Right, so hold on, let's go back. So he's going here looking at these operators, and he's seeing, like, who am I banning? Is the thought process behind it? It's not a bad idea, but I personally just don't like these. Banning Bank, that's a good ban. I would have banned Bank or Coastline here. Asking if he has calm, that's good.
Gosh. I didn't know that was right.
Always use comms, by the way, like 100%. If you have the ability to, I know I don't do it on stream, but like definitely use comms. Comms are huge in this game. So I'm assuming he's like looking and like he's gonna make a ban based off of these like things. So we'll probably see like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to deal with the Cav. We'll ban Cav.
They have someone that plays Caveira a lot.
Yep.
Do you guys want ban Cav?
Never do that, by the way. So good rule of thumb here is don't do that, and here's why you don't do that. There's objectively better bans, just in general, than Cav. You can easily deal with a Cav by just running a drone or a Jackal. But you can't easily deal with a Mira. You can't easily deal with a Malusi, for instance, right? So you have to like do you want to target ban this one guy who has probably very minimal impact on the round, or do you want to ban an operator that is completely changed the way the round's played? I'm also going to be watching this in 2 times speed real fast. Blackbeard ban, not a bad ban on this map. There's a lot of window play.
You guys want ban Cav? What's this another operator you guys want ban?
Mira? Okay, so his team banning Mira. That's not bad. It's a good ban. Better than banning Cav. Enemy team is probably going to be banning a Malusi or someone useless. Maybe an Echo or Meister, actually.
Okay.
Yep, Echo. That's just a pretty default ban. Pretty default bans for this map. See, don't do this. This is like objectively like you're already playing the mental game against yourself doing that. So he just switched from PC, so it looks like the only operators he has unlocked are Twitch, Thermites. Someone's playing that. That's banned, so he probably actually does have it. Sledge. So basically all the default ones. I'd work on getting the DLC ones if I were you. Things like your Nomad, things like that. Okay, so they're attacking coastline, and no matter what site they go, bringing 2 hard breaches is just not a good idea. The only hard breach you should bring in this map is a Habana or an Ace. You should not bring both of them. This map is very frag heavy, so I would have, you know, opted to take a Sledge or a Jackal. Sledge vertical play if they go below. Jackal roam clearing if they do have that Cav. First and foremost, you gotta read into the situation. But you want to know they're bringing Cav.
I'm gonna go above and open up the wall where bar is.
Gonna go above, open up the wall where bar is. So he's gonna get on the roof. It's gonna be opening up that. It's not a good decision. Right? That's something you want to be doing. You need those lines of sights to pressure top. Sunrise, pink, whatever you want to call it. You need to apply pressure there so no one can play behind the minibar, and then you can easily get a plant down billiards. So super smart decision from him. Saving his drone, I wouldn't have done that. Right? So there's no reason for him to be throwing his drone away like that. He could have simply kept that to the building or just let it stay still. Looking for spawn peaks, playing it slow, that's good. Really tunnel vision there. Could have been shot from there. He's going up to the roof. And so far, all good.
Full system security.
Team is doing calls. Nice. He's getting a fast open. Well, that's unlucky. Nothing you can really do about that.
There's someone luggage.
So he calls the guy out luggage. That's good. Isn't really luggage.
No, they're shooting at Aqua though.
Yeah, okay, corrections on Aqua. His lines of sight open, so now, hold on. Oh, use the tool. They can't play in this entire area here because of the lines of sight. The line of sight is there and there, but in between you can get angles from the roof to pinch that. So no one can be playing behind that little mini bar, which a lot of people do. Usually a Maestro plays behind there, and that's going to allow you to get a really easy plant. I actually have no idea how to... I figured out how to get rid of them. Oh. Yeah, I'm new to this whole VOD review thing. We're taking gunfights here.
Someone.
Gets a kill. He should have called vases. Not got someone. He should have called the kill vases.
Alright, they're in kitchen. Do we know where people in B are?
Yeah, I'm really liking how he's taking calls and really just relaying info to his team. He's
They didn't play any more than B. Alright, B is clear. I'm gonna throw down a plan.
Hold on. What am I running here? Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, I hear him.
He's going up, white, I think.
Hold on. I'm gonna pause it. I think this isn't. Okay, no. Yeah. You said it was in 14. Going for a plant. Not really a reason to use a smoke there.
Where was that?
In my opinion, because you're
Last one is Castle by Aqua. I mean blue.
That seems actually really well. Everything was played pretty good. There.
How did Ash die?
It wasn't like a textbook execute, but yeah, it worked. You know, he also like a really good. I'm gonna commend him for getting off the roof fast. So usually, what a lot of people do is they'll open up those angles on the roof and they'll just play on the roof. They'll sit there on the roof for the next 2.5 minutes. He got the angles open, applied pressure enough where no one can be playing behind it, and then he got off and got for the plant. So it was really forward thinking on his part. So that was really good. Big fan of that. Waiting for him to load in. Going to look at the bomb. So he's probably gonna throw his drone away again. I'll just throw it into the building. Not what I would do. Yeah, I would not do that, right? So you go in, you see the bomb's there, it's not there, cool. And now he's just throwing it in the kitchen, and yeah, his drone's lost. So he just lost it. So that's save your drones. Always save your drones. Put them in a very safe place, or don't even put them inside the building in a prep place. Drones are one of the most important tools you have in Rainbow for information gathering. I get a default cam. At least someone's got to do it. So not like there's no reason to play ace here. Obviously, it doesn't have that many attackers unlocked. But you can play ace for the gun. This is not a good ace pick. I would not have picked ace in this.
They have a flash nade her.
Thatcher's obviously banned. Threw his nade, like so he's droning the clash right there, and his teammate naded because he called for the nade, but he didn't have the special awareness to take his drone out, so it wasn't in the range of the nade. And what I would trade out for here is like he's telling Sludge to go above. I'd either pick up a buck here, or I'd pick up a jackal, try to roam clean myself, or especially for this site, picking up a shield operator like a blitzer or Montang is really good. Only for this site. Playing 0. So we know someone's playing bathroom because of what happened just to the 0 right there because he got shot.
Legion.
They're applying pressure here. Honestly, I wouldn't really dance with this clash. I would simply just back off the position because you can't kill her and she's going to be doing damage to you, so you're going to take unnecessarily damage playing against the clash. It just isn't worth it. I would just rotate off this position and go with your teammate and then open up since you're the only heartbeat.
Okay, last one is flash on Lucy. Lucy, both are inside. Last one's flash on me.
Okay, so last one's clash on him. So his teammates are doing a whole lot, but like, so there's just a lot of wasted time here, a lot of dead space. So he's just sitting here for these 2 minutes playing against this clash where he'd be taking unnecessary damage. He would be being swung from kitchen with the clash slowing him down, and he just added disadvantage on the gunfight. So what I would have done here is look what your Ash are doing, right? So you're against an opponent that you can't beat. You just physically can't beat them. You're not a good matchup. So I would go with my Ash, and then I'd start being of use to the team, right? So there's all of kitchen wall is either reinforced or soft, depending on how they play it, and then pantry wall is definitely reinforced. So you can open a pantry and getting a line of sight where you can now pinch the clash. You can execute into bathroom. You can execute into storage. You can execute into kitchen from this little area. But because you're focused on the clash, your team has no hard breach capability to get any of the pantry wall open, which can then aid in their attack. So I would definitely look at what your team's doing. And, you know, the Ash is in lobby just being by herself, clear, vibing. I would push for the Ash. So you get the kill on the clash, but now like the clash is now no longer a threat because it's just a one clash versus a lot. So now that the clash is isolated and contained, she's no longer a threat. But again, just wasting all this time against the clash is unideal. And then also losing your drones. You got to keep those drones outside the building, man. If you take away anything from this, save your drones. It'll be super useful. Okay, Jackal. I'm liking the Jackal pickup here.
At least today I'm doing a lot better than I did yesterday. I've only played like 13 matches over.
I'm surprised I even got a kill because.
Okay, so here's the issue here. You're now picking Jackal. Jackal's a good pick on just any map. You know, he's not overpowered. He's pretty balanced, in my opinion. He's really good, and it does appear that they're having a pretty hard roaming presence right now. Just from what I've been able to see, you know, I'm seeing a lot of kills off site. But you now know that, hey, none of these guys are hard breaches. So this is where I'd be like, okay, now pick up the Habana or Ace, even though I said don't pick up the Ace. You're gonna running at least one hard breach is not bad on this map, but you don't have to. This is one of the only maps in the game where you don't really need a hard breach at all. But picking up Habana or picking up a Ace is not terrible. But Jackal's probably gonna be more suited for you. I hope. I like the Jackal pick. I personally would have taken the Fuse pick. I would have swapped Fuse out because you already have a lot of verticality with Jackal Shotgun, Ash, and Zofia. Had a rough yesterday.
And I had a 1.2 one loss and until 0.9.
Yesterday I had 2 games where I got a 0.3 KD and a 0.4 KD, and that's what made my KD down because I won for the 2 games. I'll bring it up there.
Drones in the building again.
They're penthouse,
No, they are. Well, I don't actually have no idea.
Yeah, they're pent.
Got to call Pent. Yeah, so this is one of those sites where, like, because they're switching it up all the time, which is usually not what you're going to see in ranked. Right, this operator, completely useless. This operator and this operator, relatively useless. And you're playing reverse vertically, where you're going below and up, which is not advantageous to take. So you've negated the fact that you no longer bring a hard breach, which means you have none of this ability to open up any of the walls in Pent. Like Master or Pent, which is really bad.
I can go roam clear.
Also, ignore this little watermark down here. That's my productivity app. Put the Jackal on. I would not put the Jackal on until I'm in. Because if you take, like, someone shoots you from that window. Oh, my phone's going off. If someone shoots you from that window, then you're going to have to be taking it with like, the Jackal head scanner. Not ideal. Now he's putting it on. That's good. He knows no one's in the, like, just close vicinity. Wow, there's a frost map there. That is incredible. His teammate back up. He's going to be scanning the frost. Really good for things scanning the frost there because he knows he plays the map there.
I'm scanning Vigil right now.
Scanning Vigil.
Where's my
Calling the Kaid.
90, and
So what just happened there is I think he scanned the Kaid, or he scanned someone, and then, yeah, okay, so he scanned someone, but the Malusi swung, and they have 2 people here for the refrag, but no one's getting the refrag immediately, right? There should have been, at minimal, bullets down range. Okay, so instead of getting the utility here, they go for the impact kill. Not what I would have done. Obviously, that's not in your control, but I would have told your teammate, hey, get the utility. A big thing in solo queuing is a lot of micromanaging your team, right? So if you're going to solo queue, especially in gold elo, you have to micromanage your team as such where you're IGLing them, but you're also going to have to be telling them what to do, when to do it. If you're not going to be doing that, the likelihood of you winning is just pretty low, because placing your faith in your teammates to make the right decision at the right time is a terrible idea. I only ever do that with people I know I'm queuing with, like Shock or Mayo. I have faith in them to make the right decision at the right time, and my teammates, when I'm solo queuing, I have to micromanage them. So Zofia just got a kill. Don't know what she just got. So you just scanned right there, but you didn't give a call. I would have given a call out personally.
That one is on my ping site.
Looks like you guys got a pretty easy attack here. Okay, so you have to stop throwing those smoke grenades. This is the second time you've picked an operator with smokes, and then you just misuse it. The first time was on Ace on the first round attack. You smoke your own plant. Shouldn't have done that, just in case, one of your teammates was playing on that position, because it's a really nice position to play as an attacker, right? You have a nice little piece of cover that you can stick your head out behind and take gunfights. And now you're doing it again. Zofia is actively making a effort to take the site and to push her to gunfight, which, she should be doing that. I don't know. But you're now smoking off the door into sight, and then you're smoking off your Zofia, so now she can't see it. It's the equivalency of a flashbang because there's no line of sight for her on the gunfight she was just about to take. I know you're smoking for your own plant, but you don't need to do that.
He's thrown in the corner.
You see how that smoke just got you see how that smoke just got you guys killed? Because you didn't have any info on him? That's why you don't smoke. You don't smoke doors. You don't smoke doors and corners for that reason. Because he's hiding in the smoke, right? My use case was the Habana is taking a gunfight with someone who she can no longer see because of the smoke, but now that you've also given the defender a piece of utility to play, kind of like a wall. So you can maneuver around in it and around it. And you got yourself killed, right? You're dead, or your Zofia's dead, and then you're dead because of the smoke play. Was that worth it? I don't think so. I think you should have saved on your smoke and then waited for yourself to get into the objective, right? Get into the objective, and then if you want to throw a smoke on the doorway to master, so then that line of sight, if he's playing master, is negated.
Inside?
Yeah, he's inside. In that corner fuse. He was prone, but he probably got up by now.
He's in corner by couches, I see.
Oh,
He's behind the couch. He's behind couches.
So your teammates are taking gunfights, you're pinging, that's great and all. Tell your teammates to push together,
I'll tell him corner.
right? Play for refrag, because they're just taking one-on-ones right now, which is bad.
Still there. He's crouched. Yeah, he's like right over there. Yeah, don't worry.
Alright,
Nice
Good
shot.
stuff.
Dude, I'm spraying in my smoke.
Yep, so that's pretty smart. You know, you're staying on cams, that's good. I like to see it. Being on cams is a really good habit to have.
Spraying in my smoke where he was, and he was prone. He got me in.
Somebody wasn't the last man.
There was a frost man. Some Zofia destroyed it.
Oh, did I?
What else are they gonna
I
go?
can't find that cage.
Who's gonna be roaming and who's gonna be anchoring? I need to know.
Okay, look at
That's good. You know, asking your team roles, that's really good. Who's going to be roaming, who's going to be anchoring, that's what you like to hear.
Just come off.
Because, like, for instance, I like roaming a lot, but if there's going to be a better suited like player in the lobby to roam, I'm like, hey, who wants to roam? And this guy speaks of, yeah, I want to roam. Then I'm gonna let him roam because he's obviously very confident in it.
And I'll run SMS.
I'm not gonna.
So here's the operator lineup here. We've got a vigil. Makes sense. You know, this is Caroline. You can roam. It's not ideal, but like it works. It works. Malusi. I'm curious if this Malusi's gonna be roaming or playing on site. Jaeger. I'm gonna be curious how he's playing. Maestro is obviously gonna be.
I'm not gonna roam too much.
And this guy, I think, said he was going to roam. I would step in here and say, hey, we don't need a roamer. Me and Malusi, me and Jaeger have it. Can you play a Legion? Can you play a trap operator? Can you play maybe an anchoring Ella? Can you maybe play something along those lines, or maybe even Walden Isle if you go? Okay, yeah, you're not going up top.
I'm just gonna. I know a strat to make sure they can't rush playing.
Okay, so this is good. Valkyrie, that's also a valid pick. You know, if you're gonna be playing an information operator, that also works just as good as a trap operator.
Kitchen. I mean service.
Find upstairs.
I'm just
No,
gonna.
you can-
I'm playing. I'll show you where I'm playing.
You just
No, no, Jaeger.
Oh, I just realized I need to buy the battle pass. I'll do that.
Jaeger and Lucy, don't place your things there yet. Take them down. Take them down. Take them down, Lucy.
Why?
Oh, I need impact right.
Asking them to take them down, that's smart because you would have just destroyed 2 pieces of utility with your impact.
Yeah, I want right there. I got you.
Oh, that's smart. Let's see what else he plays it.
Can you make rotate?
No, I wasn't rotate. I can play upstairs. I can see the entrance from here.
I'm playing my shot.
That's a smart angle. This is smart. This is forward thinking. I like it. This is intelligent. For this to work properly, you're gonna have someone else upstairs guarding you because if you're upstairs by yourself, you're gonna be really susceptible to being roam cleared single-handedly.
Can someone open up this hatch if you have cups?
Smart asking for people to rotate. I'm pretty sure the Deagle can't open a hatch. Am I trolling? I know if you do enough damage.
Maestro, can you open up this hatch?
He opened it, fell back down. That's whatever. Not a huge misstep.
That is
That's
wrong, you
not, like,
just-
nothing crazy gonna happen.
Inactive drone.
Somebody.
Playing this.
Ace tag outside sunrise.
Alright. I'm watching service. I
Dude,
can
these
hold
goals
up
are
to
sick. These are the best goals I've ever seen. Your teammates are like giving you the craziest calls ever. Like super like accurate all the time. Not getting mad when they die. They're actually like really good teammates. Like, this is a team that like I can like considerably like I can see going like into like low class because like they just give good calls. They just play off each other well.
Good droning.
There's someone up here, Jaeger just.
That's smart. So what he just did right there is, I'll highlight it. So he barricaded this door, and this is going to provide him 2 ways of protection, right? So an enemy can't see him and just shoot him, right? So now an enemy has to shoot the door to see him, which is number 1. Number 2, so not only is it cutting off line of sight, number 2, you're gonna get a sound call if they play off that door. So if they shoot it, they knife it, you're gonna get a sound call which is gonna allow the vigil to know, hey, there's someone here. And now you have your Jaeger playing upstairs here. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, not on pointer again.
Thing.
No, it's a hatch.
Can you just no camps, please? Go to camps.
Team Rats can get on
Where?
again. Nice.
Window. Side window.
Valkyrie was trying to make it.
Someone's courtyard here. That's no match. I think one more, not 100%.
We're getting calls.
They want to shoot.
There is a nomad on the hatch right here. I'm not gonna highlight. There's a nomad on the hatch, and they're getting calls courtyard.
There's a airdrop outside of kitchen.
I want to see how he deals with this. I think the proper way of action is going either around a VIP or going inner 90 hall and then looking down on courtyard from upstairs. Because he can't just sit here and tank this nomad. He will die.
What's in lock? Oh, never mind.
Place right here, place right here. You go from
Just straight through the wall. Nice, nice.
So he tanked the nomad. Not what I would have not done that.
Half health, bomb chassis.
Because now they have info. They know where he is, so they just have info, and he was immobilized for 2 seconds. Not
He's
even.
going.
Planting my pin.
Near window.
Kitchen door.
Ran out. Other one ran outside.
The one who's getting calls.
Outside.
Door.
So what he needs to do here is he needs to isolate his ones. There's a guy here, right? There's a guy here. There's a guy here. He needs to isolate these ones and figure out how to maneuver. And my assumption here is he either gets one and dies, or he just pushes both of them at the same time. Let's see what's right. So he isolated his one there. That's a good isolation.
I saw that window.
So I'm assuming he just loses.
Oh, he's all the way in the back.
Yeah, so he just peeked into a long gunfight. So he did a good job isolating his ones, and then he just lost his gunfight. Which that's a relatively hard angle to take anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very hard angle to take for the defender. But hey, that was a good try. Definitely
I'm
a
angry
good
you guys
try.
this time. Let's go.
I actually don't. I don't
Yeah,
think.
bend it. Yeah.
Don't think anchoring is the right call. I think you did a good job roaming. I think you did fine. You could have been better. You could have been a little more proactive and faster rotation, but
We have two
besides
sets.
that, I think it's fine.
Place it all on pool vibes, just so you don't get flamed.
Protect the bombs.
Basically, watching this VOD, I really need to buy the panel pass because there's some sick skins in there. That's pretty much what I've done at it so far. Oh, he's turned to the Maestro spot. There's a Maestro spot you can get up there.
I can pay my Maestro cam if you want.
5 seconds.
Look at Maestro cam spot here. Nice vertical play from below's already opened up. Would not have put a cool vibes cam here. That's my personal preference. I still would not have done that.
On the roof.
Less useful. You want to have one Maestro cam per site.
And
Teammates are
ruins.
getting dogged on
They have
right
eight
now.
Op 4 located a bomb. You know what to do.
Yeah, they're joining it.
They have A control. So if you got a Maestro
I'm from
cam
Alphabet.
on, like if it was on the pool table, you have
In
a
Alpha
teammate
Ash.
on it.
He's southwest.
Good place to put it.
Behind the bomb now. He's deep into village now. He's peeking the base.
So no, he doesn't close the door. He's just taking this gunfight. Okay.
One friendly operator
So right there is he just took a gunfight with the guy on the door here and the guy billiards. He should have isolated or he should have rotated off. He could have honestly probably played the door only here and been fine, but he was trying to take too much or too much. He had too much dip on his chip, if you will. So less dip on the chip next time.
But
2 VIP side.
This Jaeger's playing is abysmally enjoying.
I say we all let's have 2 in each site and then 1 going back.
Now, to note, right, this is an incredibly attacker-sided map, like probably one of the most attacker-sided maps in the game. This is more akin to like team deathmatch than actual ranked at this point, just because of how the map works.
For a refrag. Alright, let's have everyone play site.
Bad idea. Have like one guy off site. You never know. Having the extra bit of information, getting that extra pick potentially, applying pressure, really helps.
Well, 4 people play site.
Case confluence.
I could play vertical. Alright.
I'm liking the castle pick. I'm liking all the picks here, to be honest. I want an
Castle.
information pick. Maybe swap out the vigil. I'm liking the frost pick a lot. Yeah, I'm really liking this castle pick. He seems like pretty confident.
Yeah.
That's a good use of a. That's a good use of a proxmine right there. Because that's gonna be a very highly contested area. If you're an attacker, you're gonna have to be pushing through it occasionally. This is a pretty useless castle. They're gonna open this regardless eventually.
you go vigil. If you go
Pretty good prox alarm.
play office doctor, if you go play luggage, you can see in the kitchen window from luggage.
Don't die too early, Vigil.
Nope, don't do that. You messed up. Don't reinforce that. The reason I had that open top and bottom, I'm not. Hold on, I just woke up. I'm sorry. The reason I had the top and bottom open like that is so they can play footholes. So you open the top so you can see anyone blacktop, and then you open the bottom so you can see footholes in the hallway. So don't reinforce that. I'd be pretty pissed if I was your team.
I got wallbang.
You also got wallbang because you were reinforcing late. Don't reinforce late. Literally just don't reinforce that. That was probably a spatial awareness issue, right? Because you probably didn't look at the time, and by that time, like I would have just stopped reinforcing it, and I would have just not reinforced it. Don't reinforce that ever.
You made the holes in kitchen. You guys gotta reinforce that. They can shoot you do that.
I made the hole, so that way in case they push kitchen, vigil can play fucking I told him, yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
now
yeah,
we just need
yeah.
to chill out. We have numbers. Alright, times them.
I need to go back to site.
I'll hold.
Good on cams. That's good.
Sunrise door
That's
still
good.
closed.
Good on cams giving calls is really good. Super good habit to get into.
1 on 4
Nice job.
Axon's window.
I could win this.
Negative again. Okay, so fuck this season.
Go away.
Nice job.
So you guys won. Biggest takeaways. Takeaway number 1. First and foremost, you have to stop throwing your drones away. That's the biggest takeaway so far. Number 2, kind of had I don't know if you really have a good understanding of operator lineups and what to pick. It seems like you do in some aspects, and others just really questionable. Number 3, utility usage. You're using utility in inappropriate times, right? So you need to figure out an appropriate time to use your utility and then execute with it. For instance, both times you use smokes this game, terrible. Very bad usage of smokes. Overall, for aim and gunfights, you're complaining about KD at the end there. KD doesn't matter. You guys won. So you don't need a high KD to win. As shown here, you played well. You got on cams. You gave good calls. That's all you need to do. So overall, I really just focus on learning better utility usage, when to use it appropriately. Drones, save your drones and information, and then operator lineups. Really dissect operator lineups and figure out where they're going. Also, disable R6 Tractor, man. You're getting in your own head. You're looking at better enemies. You're comparing yourself to them. Like, you're comparing you to them. Just compare yourself from the day yesterday, right? Am I better than I was yesterday? If so, then you're making improvement. That's what you really need to be comparing there. That being said, it's my VOD review. Chat. I just call you guys chat. We hit 50 likes. We'll do another one. We'll just bang another one out. So thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, guys. Peace.